Okay, this is it. This is where the lava crossed the road right here. I'm gonna start over this lava flow. You'll see as we progress along how treacherous it can be making your way over this particular type of flow right here. Okay, for the next mile, this is what I have to contend with. This is the old flow. This flow right here is the new stuff. It's all lava, it's all brittle, and it's very sharp. And the whole flow consists of this stuff right here. So for the next mile, that's what I have to contend with. The footing, terrible. The stability, terrible. The sharpness of the lava, extreme. But that's all right. I can deal with this stuff. Done this quite a few times before. Okay, I see my point up there. Turn this camera around so that I can show you the terrain. It's treacherous, treacherous. Ooh. So when I go on my treks or my hikes, what I like to do is tea leaf. The tea leaf that I bring with me, I actually set a tea leaf before I start, midway through my hike or trek, and then at the turnaround point. I always set a tea leaf on the ground. Just a symbol of respect, the symbol of honor, symbol of humility, the symbol of thanks. The land that I trek, the mountains that I trek, the lava fields that I trek, the volcanoes that I trek, Madam Pele, the land that my ancestors once trekked. Probably not in the same fashion that I'm doing right now. We all do our own things, but this is my thing. So when you see me with a tea leaf, I'm just carrying with me. By the way, this came from my backyard, and I'll set it, like I said, at various spots throughout my journey. It's my way of showing respect to the land that I walk, to the land that I live, to the land that my ancestors once walked, to the land that my ancestors once lived. This is my way of showing my aloha, my heart, to this beautiful land that I live, that I call home, that my dad called home, that his dad called home, that all my ancestors called home. Yes, okay. See the road and the telephone poles up there? That's where I'm going to exit this lower end of the flow. Continue on up about a mile on the road and go to the upper end of the flow. All right, here you can see where the wires, the telephone pole wires, are shooting across this lava, and that's the road right there. I'm going to show you this huge lava boulder, this round boulder, lava rock. It's humongous, that sits in the middle of the road. Check this out. Okay, here. So this lava rock right here. Let me turn this camera on. Right here. It's pretty amazing. Let me explain what I mean. See how big this lava rock is? I'm going to stand next to it so that I can give you a scale, a sense of how big this boulder, this lava rock is. Look, it's huge. So during the flow of November 22, all these millions and millions of cubic yards of lava that flowed down Mauna Loa, this massive boulder, this massive lava rock flowed down Mauna Loa and stopped directly in the center of the road. Of all the places on this huge mountain, this huge volcanic mountain, one of the largest in the world, the lava rock chose, or perhaps Madam Pele chose, to stop and plant it right here, smack dab center of the road. So maybe it's a sign, maybe it's a symbol saying, don't rebuild this road, keep it closed. I don't know. can leave it up to one's interpretation. What I'm gonna do is set one of my respectful tea leaves at the base of this massive lava rock that I like to believe the Madame Pele put there for a reason. Okay, that's how I like to do it. Everybody does it their own way. My little way of showing honor and respect to the land, to the lava field, to Madame Pele, to the Mauna Loa, Mauna Kea, and the land that I live. Okay, let's continue on. So I got about maybe a 3/4 mile up this road. I'm gonna start running up here. Then I'll hit the upper end of the lava flow. Now that's a much longer flow. That's a main flow. It's about a mile wide. So I got quite a bit more ways to go. So all right, you guys ready? All right, let's go. So this is the upper end of the lava flow, the upper lava flow where I crossed the road. So this flow is about almost a mile thick. So I gotta go about a mile over this stuff to get to the upper end of the Mauna Loa access road. So this is the longest trek. Actually, this is the longest and hardest trek of this particular flow. Really, like I said, it's about a mile through this stuff. So it'll take me a little while to navigate this flow. So let's go. 1 mile of this stuff like this. Whew, man. This is one of the more difficult types of lava to try to cross. Because like the footing is very unstable. The lava is very sharp. And you really gotta watch your step. Whoa. Yes, really gotta be careful here. This stuff will tear your shoes up, will tear you up. Yes, really gotta be careful negotiating this stuff. You gotta sort of know what you're doing and be willing to take the scrapes and bruises, because you will have scrapes and probably bruises, and you definitely will tear your shoes up. So walking through this type of lava, as it stands now, it's bright, plenty sun, plenty light. You can see where you're stepping. Now can you imagine walking this stuff at night? Yes, compounds everything. And actually, I did it. I was up here about a week and a half ago at night doing this very same hike. I got about halfway through this particular floor that I'm on, and I said, forget it. It's too difficult to try to negotiate this stuff at night. So I turned around and I started hiking back at night. Fortunately, I had plenty of lights with me, and I told myself that I'm going to come back during the day. So here I am. But this time I'm going to complete what I failed to do on my last time, which is go up to the observatory at 11,400 feet. So that's my goal today, to head up to the observatory. But before I get to that part, I'm going to go have to finish this, which is get in through this lava field, negotiating this stuff. Whoa! Ooh. All right. Whew. Man. And on top of the terrain, you also have to deal with the altitudes. The further up you go, of course, the thinner the oxygen becomes, so it makes everything a bit more strenuous. So you really gotta slow down your pace so that your body can acclimate as you go up, which is a good thing. So hopefully I'll acclimate as I slowly make my way up to the 11,000 feet. So at about so at about 13,000 feet, which is the peaks of Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa, there's about 40% less oxygen up there than you have at sea level. So I'm at about 9,000, 10,000, and I'm going to finish out at 11,000 feet. I'm guesstimating about maybe 30% less oxygen than at sea level. So you really got to pace yourself, breathe deep, take your time, and enjoy the walk, enjoy the hike. Ooh, enjoy being out here. Yes, yes, yes. Look at this. Woo, man. Oh, yes. Terra firma, hard, smooth asphalt. Oh my goodness, look at this. About 2 miles of this stuff. Oh, I'm so grateful. Okay, I'm gonna leave my other tea leaf. I'm very grateful, blessed that I navigated thus far safely through this lava field. Thank you for safe crossing thus far. Mahalo. Now I can start running again up to the Mauna Loa observatory. I got about, I think, 4 or 5 miles to go before I reach the top, so I got quite a bit ways to go. All right, let's go. Slow and steady, one step at a time. Oh man, almost there, almost there. Check this out. So I came across this. Check this out. This is the dried out remains of a bird, and that looks like, from what I can tell, an eevee. Now there are no trees up here. Look, no trees up here at this elevation on Mauna Loa. I've seen the eevee before, but on a lower elevation down in the forest on Mana Road and Hakala Forest Reserve. But I've never seen if this is an eevee. I may be wrong, but that's what I see, the red feathers and also that long beak, you see? And this is one of the endangered birds, the highly revered Hawaiian bird. I feel bad. I don't want to leave it right there, but I'm not going to take it. Of course I'm not going to take it. But I do have with me I made it all of this way with a tea leaf in my hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this eevee in this tea leaf, and I'm going to leave it right here and bury it with some rocks. So yes, I'm glad I have this tea leaf with me that I bought from my backyard back home in Kona. And my intention was to put it up at my turnaround point up at the end of this road at 11,400 feet. But this will serve a better purpose, at least that's the way I feel right now. So I'll wrap the eevee and I'll leave it in this place and cover it with rocks. I'm going to leave it right here where it died, where I found it, and I'm just going to make a little bit of an ahu, a marker around it. In honor of this little bird, 11,000 feet, and the observatory is just a few hundred feet up there. Oh my goodness, it is taxing, but you know what? I'm almost there. I'm stoked. I'm gonna turn this camera around so you can see the view. It's a beautiful day up here. Check this out. Oh, yes. So once you get to that point over there, it's just a halfway point because I have to turn around and undo everything that I just did. Which is a beautiful thing. This is what I live for, man. This is what I enjoy. This is what I'm about. Woo! Let me catch my breath, and then I'll go turn around a few hundred feet up there. Woo! Here I am. I made it. Mauna Loa Observatory right behind me. Oh man, it's been a while since I've been up here. So this is the observatory trail, and it goes that way. That trail takes you to the summit of Mauna Loa, but you can't get up here because for obvious reasons the road is closed. So right now I'm standing at 11,150 feet. All right, it's about that time when I head back down. Now I can run back down. I gotta make up some time because right now it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It started at 10, took me about 5 hours to get up here, 7 miles. If I run back down, I should be able to cut my time in half to about 2.5 to 3 hours. I just want to get back into the lava field before the sun gets too low, because when it's dark, I can still make it, but it's much slower and much more difficult to navigate the lava field when they're at night. I do have a flashlight with me, but I prefer to do it during the day. All right, so I'm gonna start running down this hill. I got about 5 miles downhill before I hit the lava flow. All right, let's go. Oh boy, I'm finally back to my truck. About time. I am pooped. This hike was brutal. It was very taxing on me. I went about little over 14 miles. I was out there for 8 hours. I hiked and ran up to 11,200 feet on this Mauna Loa access road. The access road, as you all know, stops right here because of the November 2022 lava flow. So there's actually 2 flows that went over the road. This one right here, and then the upper flow. The upper flow is brutal. It is the hardest hike that I've been through on any lava flow on this island up to this very point. The upper flow is very difficult. The lower flow right here is not that difficult, at least for me it's not, to navigate the lower one, but the upper one is brutal. So if you ever decide you want to hike from this point right here where the road stops up to Mauna Loa Observatory, it's about 14 miles round trip. It's about 8,000 feet right here up to about 11,200 feet. It took me 8 hours, little over 8 hours. So if you do decide to go up there, be aware of that upper lava flow. It's brutal. It's about a mile of that lava flow that you have to hike. Once you get off of this road and onto the flow, it's about a mile till you hit road again. So yes, fair warning, it's brutal. But it's beautiful. You picked the right day. Fortunately, I picked the right day. The sun is setting. Mauna Kea is cloudless. It's beautiful. Mauna Loa up there is beautiful. I'm out here by myself. It's beautiful. Oh my God, everything is beautiful. Anyway, I'm done. I'm gonna sit down in my truck a little while and just veg out. Oh, anyway, thanks for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed this trek that I did up to the observatory of Mauna Loa. Until the next one, y'all take care, and thanks for watching Everything Hawaii. Aloha, everybody.